today I'm going to do a little check-in. How's everybody feeling? What emotions do people have? And what are they experiencing, I guess, in this season in their life? So for me, I'm reading this book about overthinking. It's something that I've done a lot. I remember I took like a personality test years ago, and I was likened to a tortoise in terms of processing information. So I was like, interesting. So one of the lines in the book about overthinking mentioned the feeling of helplessness, defeated, and trapped. And I read that, and that statement really stood out to me, because I know for me, I felt trapped, helpless, and defeated numerous times in life, some at the same time in life. Helpless in being a person who has experienced school bullying, workplace bullying, trapped in jobs that I didn't like, but I had bills to pay and I just had to tough it out. And just defeated in jobs, relationships, moving different places, and it not working out like I would have anticipated or what I expected or what I envisioned. And it got me to thinking, again, overthinking, what am I supposed to learn again from these experiences? What am I supposed to take away from these experiences? And one of the things that really stood out to me when I saw that statement is it reminded me that I'm not alone. There's millions of people who overthink, overprocess. We hear that term paralysis analysis. And it's like, what do you do when you have those feelings of just helplessness? Or even sometimes you can be hopeless as well. And for me, what kept coming back to me is that somebody needs to hear that they're not alone, because reading this in this book helped me realize that I'm not alone, and you have purpose, and you wouldn't still be here if you didn't have purpose. So all of these things that made you feel helpless, trapped, or defeated, they didn't take you out, so you still have the victory. And there's a reason none of these situations took me out. And I thought about okay, so what do you do though, right? The old saints used to say push, right? Pray until something happens. Keep the faith, stay focused, and fight. And for me, I feel like that how I've fought and am fighting through some of these feelings, some of these thoughts, is by not bowing out, by not quitting, by each day waking up and putting one foot in front of the other. And I thought about, that's how you outlast the enemy. That's how you outlast, defeating feelings, defeating thoughts, all that type of stuff is by continuing to put one foot in front of the other. I remember Will Smith had a quote about if he's on a treadmill and somebody else is next to him, he can't lose, right? He was like, I'm either going to die on this treadmill or I'm going to win if we're in a race. And that was something that made me think, it's okay, by persevering, no matter what, that's how you continue to get through, even though you may have some of these feelings and emotions. And I also thought about too, your belief system in all of these things and all of these feelings and emotions is another thing that pulls you through. Do you believe that feeling of hopelessness or helplessness and being trapped and being defeated? Do you believe it's temporary? Do you believe that this too shall pass? That it may have came to kill me, but it didn't, and it won't. For me, I would say the hard part in all of this is the wait, right? Even when you have that strong belief, the hard part is wondering, okay, when does everything I believe, everything I envision come to reality, and to stay the course? And I just want to leave you with someone saying, how do you keep going? And one of the things that I wrote to myself and I journaled to myself that I want to share with you is by knowing that you're not a quitter, by remembering why you started, by envisioning what the reward will taste like, feel like, be like, experiencing it before it happens. And I would also say, with all of those negative feelings, with all of those things that happened to you that maybe weren't fair, that weren't right, that may even just been plain evil, by knowing that a table will be prepared for you in the presence of your enemies. And for me, by knowing that I will walk through the valley. So we all will have valleys, right? But knowing that that feeling of helplessness, trapped and defeated, I will get through it. I won't stay there, and it too shall pass.